Okay, Katelyn, so tell me what brought you into HealthWorks.
So my mom actually saw an interview with Dr. Taylor on some video she was watching, and she sent it to me. And she
Okay.
was like, I really want you to watch this because I've had headaches since I was like 4 and developed chronic migraines as a young adult, I guess like 18, 19, 20.
Or,
Yeah, they never knew why. When I was younger, it was like food related or
oh, yeah.
not enough sleep, which I still get that too.
Hmm.
But yeah, so my mom was like, I really want you to try this. I really want you to look into this. And then, because my mom actually lives in South Carolina, and I looked it up, and Dr. Taylor happened to be about like just under 2 hours from where I live. So it worked out for me.
So you guys traveled 2 hours to come see
Yes.
us. Wow. I mean, migraines are no joke, and I've only had a few. And like when people say they have a migraine and they're like talking or like
Yeah.
functioning, I think, oh my gosh, no. Like when I had migraines, I was like, wow, people are not kidding when they say they can't function or like they need to be in a dark room. Like it's
Hmm.
so painful. And for a child too.
Well, I didn't have full on migraines as a kid, thank God. Just
Mm.
headaches, but I developed migraines. Yeah.
How often were you getting them?
Headaches or migraines?
Both.
I don't remember really as a kid. I sometimes had them, sometimes didn't. As an adult, it was to the point where I would get migraines, like I would have them for like a week at a time.
Mm.
And I would still function through them because I didn't have an option.
That's the thing is you just can't stop life. That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry about
It was terrible, but
that.
oh well.
So your mom sent you a video, you watched it, you came
Hmm.
in to see us.
Yeah.
What was your experience when you first came in?
I was definitely really anxious because I have anxiety, so anything new makes me anxious.
Yeah.
But I liked it. Dr. Taylor was really nice. Everybody here has been really nice. It was very welcoming and definitely helped ease my anxiety. I no longer have anxiety at all, which is
So
good because
glad.
usually you know what it's called, white coat syndrome.
Yes. I feel like I actually have that too, but it feels like such a different, like when I come in or like if I have something going on, like it just feels so much more comfortable talking to our doctors because they are like relaxed and welcoming. And I totally understand what you mean.
Yes.
So you've been coming for how long now?
I think it'll be a year in October. I think October is a year.
Have you noticed changes?
Yes, for sure. I went from having week long, I think my longest migraine ever was 2 weeks. And now I get maybe 3 migraine days a month. And they usually only
Okay.
last for a day. And
That's
they're
good.
treatable with over the counter medication.
Wow. Were you taking like more like prescription migraine medications before?
No, because they put me on several and I was allergic to one, ended up in the emergency room with chest issues from the other. And the one that they had that was a rescue made me feel like I was having an out of body experience every time I took it. Like literally, like I was standing over my shoulder looking at myself out of body.
Wow.
And it only worked half the time. And also one of the side effects of it was as it kicked in, it caused chest like your like the muscles in your heart like to palpitate almost. So it like was this weird squeezing and like I didn't like it.
That sounds terrifying. So you couldn't take them, so you were just forced to suffer through.
Yeah, I took over the counter like Advil, Tylenol, stuff like that, and I had like ice pack stretching. I went to a
Hmm.
regular chiropractor who did help, but it just wasn't enough.
We actually hear that a lot, and like I mean, chiropractors, full stop, are amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes there's just a little bit more that can be done with
Yeah,
the upper cervical work.
yeah.
So, how long had you been going to a chiropractor before?
So I've been in chiropractic pretty much my whole life, through on and off throughout my whole life. I
Mm-hmm.
went to a local chiropractor, Dr. Prey, and near where I live, and she was actually really supportive when I told her I wanted to come here, and she's been really supportive. Even when
Mm-hmm.
I see her now, she always asks how it's going. She's great, and but yeah, I would usually go once a week,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes every other week. It would depend.
How often do you come in to see us?
Like every other week, I think.
Every other week,
Yeah,
yeah. Make sure that upper cervical area is where it needs to be.
yeah. Well, that's what they recommended.
If someone was thinking about coming in to see us and maybe they were a little hesitant or weren't
Mhm.
sure, what would you tell them?
At least worth going and checking out. You don't have to commit to anything. You don't have to do it. Like if you go and you get a bad vibe or you're super uncomfortable, then don't do it. Always trust your gut. But, if you go in, what's the worst that could happen? Like do your research, know what you're getting into, ask your questions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, It doesn't hurt to at least go get checked.
Yeah, it sure doesn't. And, you know, with our patients, we really always have them come in and we want to talk about what's going on. We take, I mean, you know, we took a pretty thorough exam, x-rays and things like that. And then, but we don't do any treatment until we sit down with you and talk about like what we found, what the plan is, like all of that happens in advance. So really there is nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?